Hi friends, welcome in or welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley if this is your first time here. And if you are one of my wonderful returning subscribers, thank you so much for continuing to show your support to my channel. I am so grateful for you. Today, we are getting into a different version of a January wrap up. Listen, I know we are halfway through the month of February, but this month has been crazy busy and better late than never. I've decided to do this a little bit differently. There is a creator on TikTok named Elena. I will also put her handle down here, so if you want to go follow her, you can. But she does a yes if, no if each month on the books that she has read, and I've decided to adopt that style of reviewing. I'm not going to talk too much about the books because I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I do want to show you what I've read and kind of giving you what I thought, how I felt about the book based on my yes if, no if answers. So yes, we're just gonna hop right into it, not waste any time, and I hope you enjoy. So the first book that I finished in the month of January, my first read completion of the year, was Pucking Around Volume 2 by Emily Rath, and I love that series. So I recommend you read Pucking Ever After Volume 2 if you are caught up in the Jacksonville Rays hockey romance reading universe. There are 4 other books before this one. Know if you don't like spicy books. Plain and simple. The next book that I finished in the month of January is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jennette McCurdy. I don't rate biographies, but yes, I recommend this book if you enjoy biographies or memoirs or books by people that you consumed any type of content that they've been in, whether that be TV, movies, or what have you. Know if your trigger warnings have anything to do with child abuse or neglect or grooming. The third book that I finished in the month of January is Mistletoe by Kimberly Lemming, and this was book 3 in the Mead Mishap series. It is a very short novella, and I recommend, yes, if you want a quick, fun read that you can just kind of zoom through in one setting. Know if you are not a fan of Insta Love. The fourth book that I finished in the month of January is Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. And it is no secret around here that I am a huge fan of SJM. The Crescent City series is my favorite series. Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood is my favorite book that SJM has ever written. Yes, if you like big, imaginative world building in a fantasy setting. No, if you don't like big books or a commitment to a long series. The fifth book that I read in the month of January is Dating Dr. Deal by Nisha Sharma, and I really like this. In January, it was my first month of getting into reading fictional books via audio, and so this is one of the longer audiobooks that I read last month, and I really did enjoy it. So I say yes if you want to read a book about another culture outside of yourself, if you're not Indian, of course. But it's a very great cultural book, and like all the things that are kind of mentioned and the foods and the attire, yes. Know if it gives you the ick when main characters give their private parts a nickname. Okay, the sixth book that I completed in January is Something Great by M. Clark. And this book did not land very well with me. I did end up giving it, I believe, 2.5 stars. So I will say yes if you like a workplace billionaire romance situation. No if you really dislike miscommunication. That's me. The 7th book that I finished in January is also an audiobook that I picked up. It was very popular and my library had it as an instant hold, so I jumped right on it, and that's Starling House. I ended up giving this book 4.5 stars, I believe. I really enjoyed it. The listening of this book was fantastic. So I would say, yes, read this book if you enjoy gothic thrillers, especially ones set in like big spooky houses. No, if you are not a fan of like gory descriptions in your books. The 8th book that I completed in the month of January is Crescent City, House of Sky and Breath. And obviously, I just spilled about how much I love SJM and her work. I will say that this time around, I did give this book a higher rating. The first time I read it, I gave it 3 stars. The second time this round, I gave it 4.5 stars. I do think that that is because I read both Crescent City 1 and 2 back to back, so it gave me a different reading experience, and everything was still really fresh in my brain, so I appreciated the information that was given to us in Crescent City, House of Sky and Breath. If you enjoy the world building and expanding and a big ensemble cast, read it. If you don't want the commitment of a big book and a longer series commitment, no, don't read it. The 9th book that I completed in the month of January is Assistant to the Villain, and I ended up giving this book 3 stars. Did I enjoy it? Absolutely, but it really kind of left me wanting more. I was informed that this book became big initially on TikTok as the author started writing it as a TikTok skit storyline situation, and then she decided to turn it into a series. So that's very important to know going in. So yes, if you enjoy like the quirky female main character, know if your favorite part about reading fantasy or paranormal is learning about the magic system and what makes it work, because you don't get that in this book. Okay, and then the last book that I read this month was Intuitive Editing. I am drawing a blank on the author's name, but I will pop up the book here. And this book I didn't rate because it's nonfiction and it talks about editing, but I really did enjoy it, and I did find it helpful, some of the things that she was talking about. This is definitely a book that I will revisit and probably just listen to chapters at a time as I go back. So my recommendation is, yes, if you have finished your first draft and you're stuck, not really knowing where to go with the draft that you have, definitely pick this book up and give it a listen or read. Know if you get overwhelmed very easily and you are nowhere close to starting the editing process. It's just way too much information. Good information, but too much information if you're not ready for it. Alrighty, that has been my January wrap up. I hope that you enjoyed this style of going over books. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a comment letting me know what your current read is at the moment. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share if you like this video and the content that I provide. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!